Remember that smell? The one that hit you when you walked into a comic book shop? Fresh paper, ink, maybe just a hint of questionable life choices from the guy behind the counter. It was magic, honestly. Before movies had billion-dollar budgets, before everyone knew what an Infinity Stone was, these pages were our universe. The secret handshakes between kids who knew that heroes, villains, and everything in between, these stories didn't just entertain us, they pretty much raised a generation. So today we're diving headfirst into the long boxes of history to pull out the absolute game changers, the ones that ripped up the rulebook. This isn't just a list, it's a thank you letter to the creators who dared to be different. Everyone has their own, the one that got them through a tough time, the one that made them feel seen. Get those keyboards ready, because I want to hear about the comics that changed the game for you. Let's get this thing started. Let's kick things off with the comic that taught us heroes get old, bitter, and a little terrifying. Frank Miller's Batman, The Dark Knight Returns. Before this, Batman was the guy from the campy TV show. Miller took that image, threw it in a Gotham back alley, beat it senseless, and handed it a whiskey. If Dark Knight Returns opened the door for mature comics, Watchmen kicked it off its hinges and set it on fire. This isn't a superhero story, it's a superhero autopsy. What if these people were deeply, deeply flawed, all set against the ticking doomsday clock of the Cold War? There are moments in comic history that act as a definitive before and after. The death of Gwen Stacy is one of them. The Green Goblin throws Gwen Stacy off the bridge. Spider-Man catches her with a web line. But the sudden stop, snap, that single sound effect is one of the most brutal moments in all of fiction. It changed everything. Before universe-ending movie sagas were a yearly event, there was the Dark Phoenix Saga. A good person, a friend, a family member, being consumed by unimaginable power and becoming the greatest threat the universe has ever known, who casually commits genocide by eating a star and wiping out an entire planet. The stakes weren't just about saving the world, they were about saving a friend from herself. Just when you thought you'd seen everything a comic book could do, Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples came along with Saga. This book is weird, wonderful, profoundly human, and fresh space fantasy. Two soldiers from opposing alien races who fall in love, have a baby, and go on the run from literally everyone in the galaxy. Fiona Staples' art is breathtaking, bringing to life ghost babysitters, bounty hunters with lie-detecting cats, and a royal family with television heads. Neil Gaiman's The Sandman isn't a superhero comic. It's not really a horror comic. It's Sandman. This series is a sprawling literary epic that feels more like ancient myths than a monthly comic. From there, the story spirals into mythology, history, Shakespeare, and the lives of ordinary people. Sandman hit the New York Times bestseller list, proving graphic storytelling can be as profound as any novel. At first glance, Invincible looks like your standard superhero coming-of-age story. Mark Grayson is a normal teenager except his dad is Omni-Man, basically this universe's Superman. And then, at the end of the first act, they pull the rug out. Whiplash. Invincible shows brutal, bloody, devastating consequences of superhero battles. The violence is shocking, but never meaningless. Then, in 2014, Kamala Khan swung onto the scene, and it felt like a breath of fresh Jersey City air. A Pakistani-American Muslim teenager who is also a massive superhero fangirl. When she suddenly gets powers, she embiggens her fists and models herself after Captain Marvel. It's about navigating family, faith, friendship, while trying to figure out who you are. Kamala is relatable in a way that few heroes are. V for Vendetta is a chillingly relevant dystopian story set in neo-fascist Britain. The Walking Dead asked, what if a zombie movie never ended? It was never about the zombies, the people are the story. Art Spiegelman's Maus changed the game for the entire world. This is the book that forced the literary establishment to admit comics could be serious, important art. Persepolis provided a powerful personal window into Iran during the Islamic Revolution, proving the most powerful stories are often the most specific ones. Jeff Smith's Bone is a perfect blend of laugh-out-loud humor and high-stakes fantasy adventure. Scott Pilgrim perfectly captured being young, dumb, and in love in the digital age, the first comic made by and for the Nintendo generation. 15 comics that didn't just entertain, they shifted the entire landscape. They proved that this medium is capable of producing some of the most compelling and important art of our time. It's a pretty incredible legacy for something that used to be sold on a spinning rack next to the candy. But like I said at the beginning, this is just my list. The world of comics is a vast and wonderful universe, and the most important comic is always the one that means the most to you. Head down to the comments, and let's build the ultimate reading list together. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, you know the drill. That's the real magic of comics. That connection. These ink and paper worlds have a way of bringing us together, reminding us that even in the darkest times, there's always a hero to be found, a story to be told, and another page to turn. Thanks for watching.